One of the new features of the Presstimator is the method in which we will deliver software updates in the future to any bug fixes or features that we add to the software in the future. In the past, we would always have to schedule when we were going to ship out an update. We would have to build the update, create disks, and then ship those out, and then the end user would install those. And one of the issues was if we had just shipped out an update and a new issue was exposed, then we had to go through that whole process again. Well, with the new updater service that is included in the Presstimator now, we're able to deliver updates to you to the software as soon as they are made. And this is built in automatically when you install the Presstimator. If you go to your Start menu and go to All Programs, if you bring up to the Presstimator group, you'll now see that there are a couple of new features in here. There's Check for Updates, there's the Presstimator that is the program itself, and then there's the option to schedule updates. Now, Check for Updates will manually check instantly to see if there's any new updates. However, in order to do this and check for an update manually, you first need to schedule the updates. It's a requirement of the software. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to say let's schedule updates. I'm going to give it permission, and you'll see down here in the toolbar we now have, down in the taskbar, we now have that there's Presstimator updates, and we can configure automatic updates for the Presstimator. So if I click on that and I open it, you'll see I have a wizard here that will allow me to set up how I want to have these new updates delivered. So I'm going to go through. I'm just going to say next. Here's where I can determine when do I want my computer to update and look for updates. Do I want to notify before I download and install, or just download them and then let me know, or just do it all silently and do it for me automatically. You can choose any of these features and choose what day and time you want it to be updated. In this case, I'm going to say I want it to be done every Sunday at 3 a.m. These are just the defaults. And if I click the next button, I'm going to come up here. If you have any Windows logon credentials for username and password in order to do this, you can enter that here. In this case, I don't. This is my laptop and I'm able to just go through Windows login without any extra information. So this is all just continued to leave blank, and then I click on next, and that's it. And it's automatically set up. And so the next time, so now when I press finish, I am now already done. So the next time Starkey Software publishes an update, this updating software, the schedule will trigger. It will detect the update, and then it will indicate that there's something to be downloaded and installed. This just gives us the ability to keep the Presstimator software up to date constantly. And now you can see, now that we've set up this schedule the updates, we can still run the program, or if we go back into there, I can check instantly whether there's any updates. And this is just a manual thing. So if we fix something and it hasn't hit the time for your schedule yet, you can check for it manually. So in this case, let me check for it manually. Again, I'm going to give it permission to do so, and it's going to check to see if there's any updates. Now down here in the taskbar, it says that there are updates available, and you can click here to download the updates. And it's going to follow my instructions I set up, whether or not it's going to warn me about them and download them or install them silently for me. So in this case, we've actually released quite a few updates to the software already. We've put out 3 different patches, and you can decide which one you want to update. In most cases, actually in all cases, you would probably select all of the available ones. And down below we'll just have some information about what is included in each patch that's put out, or each update. If it's an update, if there's a new feature, or if it's just an update where we fix some issues, we'll do that. So in that case, you would just say download, and then you would just continue through the process that you've already set up. In this case, we're downloading the updates. So in this case, you would just continue through whether you selected silently or you've selected whether or not to do them automatically. So in this case now, I've now downloaded software update number 1, update 2, and update 3 are all now downloaded, and now it's going to, these downloads are now ready for installation. So I'm going to select again. These are now already downloaded, so now I can choose which ones to install. In this case, I'm going to install all the ones that I've downloaded. So in this case, I'm going to install. We can click on it to see its progress as it's going, and you can just watch this as it goes through. And again, if you said silently, none of these screens would even come up. It would just automatically do all the installation for you. But once this is completed, now you know that the software is up to date. You have all the latest fixes, you have all the latest features, so at any time you're sure that you have the latest version of the software. So in this case, we're just going through here. We've now installed software update number 1. We're now installing software update number 2 is now completed, and now we're going to finish off with software update number 3. And once it's finished, you're just going to finish out, and then you're able to run the software, run the Presstimator, and with all the latest updates. Thank you.